are back again with time stories. This time we are going to play Lumen Fidei, and what we need to do is we need to we're back at the start at the Puerta, and last time we explored everything we could find in Granada. However, what we did find, and we didn't find much, we just found a series of numbers. Now, I have thought about this sometime, and there was this information that the fifth one had one too many. So if we believe, and there has been information given to us that this is Kabbalistic in nature, each of these numbers would correspond to a letter. So if we're going to do this, then I think the first thing is to actually try and identify those letters. So the 10th letter of the alphabet is a J. The 5th is an E. The 4th is a D. Seventh is a G. G. K. K is 11. However, if we assume that the fifth has one too many, then this would be 10, which would also be a J. 1 is, of course, an A. E. F. I, F, no, H, H, D, H, J. Okay. Just to be on the safe side. Which leaves us with J, E, D, G, K, or J, A, E, F, I, H, D, H, and J. So I had hoped for something like location and then a number. There are plenty of H's in this, but no T's. There's one word in here, death. There isn't an N, otherwise we could make hidden, but we do have hide, H-I-D-E, hide is in there, which leaves G, J, and no, we don't have give, we don't have get. We have die, if we wanted to. We have we have plenty of J's, which is strange, and also the number of H's is weird. We could build fig. We can make jig. We can make he. We could even spell he died. If we take this one and this one, and this one and this one and this one and this one. We could have he died, and then we have J, G, J, A, F, H, H, J, Yeah, so that may be of interest later, but not right now. So we are back at the Puerta. We don't go to the caravan because we know it'll just take us to the place where this guy lives. And that's where we went already. So I don't think we went here. Let's just all go here. The city guards laugh at an old man on the ground. The old man stammers a few words, facing the growing cruelty of the guards. No, please have mercy, leave me. I'm waiting. Are you trying to sneak in, you filthy Christian? Cuts in the captain of the guard, kicking him violently. You can try and calm down the situation. We will actually do this because I would like to see what this gives us. We will become infidel as a result, and at the moment we roll 6 dice and we need to have 2 persuasions. And we fail. I can't believe this. So we spend 1 more. And we pass. Okay, so we get to reveal this card. After your welcome intervention, the old man gets up. Thank you. I've been waiting for you since this morning. What were you doing? This evening a ceremony will be held at the palace for the accession to the throne of the young Emir Mohammed al-Mutamasik. The city soldiers are on edge. They're concerned about an attack of the Black Guard. In any case, I have what you need. Before fading into the crowd, he hands you a rusty sword with a mini temporal convector in its hilt. This immediately gives you 10 time units. Whoa, so we're up to 23. But the convector has one last jolt. Roll 4 dice. Each success gives you 1 additional time unit. Wow, so we just got more time. That's not too bad, but it doesn't help us because we still don't know where to go. And we get 4 more time units. 1, 2, 3, 4, so we're now at 27. So we now go here. And we're gonna go and take item 14, which is a map. And we immediately go to location 14. And now we're stuck again because this guy over here will just tell us to go and talk to the soothsayer or whatever he is, and we've done that. We got the information, which is these numbers which is these numbers. This guy is the emir, and he's just distraught by the fact that there are so many bats. This guy tells you stuff and basically says, you know, la la la, bats, blah blah blah, and don't forget about number 5. And these guys we overheard, and we get to... What happened here? It wasn't actually something that was in any way important. Yeah, you can try spying on them, which we passed the last time, and it wasn't really interesting at all. We'll do it anyway. And 1 more time unit. Oh, we can't because we can only do this in one time unit. But we found out what they did and it wasn't really that interesting. So, so actually we're going here, and what happens here is he gives us, he reveals this card and he gives us item 22. So we went to the astrologer. And there wasn't anything we could do there anymore. We can do this one more time. We just take one time unit, brilliant. Location 4. So here you get essentially swept away by the crowd, but nothing happens. Here you get attacked, and here something else happens, but we basically just wanted to get into the house. And we did get into the house, there wasn't anything there, so we're going to do this anyway. You can go around the building, blop, and spend 2 time units to go to location 13, where we already have been, so there was nothing there. We looked. We looked at this thing, which is essentially kind of like a gargoyle that flies into the sky. Here we had to kill these guys, which we now have to do anyway. So, and with 4, we just basically kill them instantly. And then we go here. And that's all we get. Ten, 5, 4. Let's check if I've got the correct numbers. 10, 5, 4, 7, 11, 1, 5, 6, 9, 8, 8, 4, 8, 10. Here nothing happens except that this gargoyle flies off into the night. There is nowhere else where we can go. There isn't another place. We can go back to the palace. And we can't go back to the puerta because the puerta is one of those that gets closed once you've been there once. So, so the puerta is closed. Location 4, which is this location from which we just came, is also closed. This location is closed. So we can go back to the palace, location 14, but from there, there is nothing else we can do. So I honestly don't know, because we have been everywhere. We have looked at every card. Okay, we're gonna go back to the palace for 2. Let's see. We're going to go here and we're gonna use his 1 token to pass the dexterity test immediately. And 3 dignitaries are in the midst of a discussion under the scrutiny of a man of the Black Guard sitting on a rug. As the master predicted, the eclipse will occur soon and the sons of darkness will reign at last. Ahmed will lead us to the ceremony once the stars speak and we're informed of the location. Finally, the sons of Cain and Lilith will rise and purify the earth. Once there to join the ceremony, you'll have to give a code which will be provided to you at the last moment. For now, know that the ascending order is crucial. The ascending order. You see, none of these make a number. You can't get 1, 2, 3 because there's no H, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Can you get 8? No, you can't because there's no T. 9, no. 10, no. You can't get any number out of this. We can go here again to listen to this person, but the only thing he's going to tell us is, Christians. But what are you poor fools doing here? Well, I don't know. Misfortune has struck the city. Something terrible is happening. Court astrologers predicted this eclipse occurrence. A bad omen for the emir. What's more, they've all mysteriously disappeared. I worked a little with Abdul Ajib. Is this Abdul Ajib? Possibly, maybe. On his predictions, he made an important discovery, but he also made a mistake in his first prediction. 1 too many on the 5th number. 1 letter off, everything shifts, and we get the next ones wrong. On the 5th number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The 5th number is 10. But it says here 1 letter off, everything shifts, and we get the next ones wrong. So if we have J instead of K, does this mean all of the others also shift 1 to the left? If we did this, we would then end with if we were to shift everything, so to speak, 1 to the right, we would end up, or 1 to the left rather, we would end up with 26 because we only have 26 letters in the alphabet. So 1 would be then 26, 4, 5, 8, 7, 7, 3, 7, 9, which would give us Z, D, E, H, G, G, C, G, I. Does this help us at all? So we would actually have J, E, D, G, J, Z, D, E, H, G, G, C, G, I. CGI is a word. That's even less of a word. One too many on the fifth number. One too many on the fifth number. If we had 2 11s, but we only have one, so it can't be it. If we were to shift it all to the right, we would get L, B, F, G, K, L. A is B, E is F, F is G, J, I, E, I, K. Then we would end up with J, E, D, G. L, B, F, G, J, double I, E, I, K. That gives us glib. Fib. Bile. Dig. Jig. Big. There was nothing here. Does it mean 1 too many on the 5th, 2 too many on the 6th, 3 too many? Okay, one last try. If it's 1 too many on the 5th and 2 too many on the... So let's just go with this. G, E, D, G, J. 2 too many would be Y. 3 too many would be C. F minus 4. F minus 4 would be B. I minus 5 would be D. H minus 6 would be B. H minus 7 would be A. D minus 8 would be V, which is a V. H minus 9 would be Y, and J minus 10 would be Z. Probably, maybe now this is getting difficult. Also not really a word. Okay, I have to say I have no idea what to do because there are locations left which I can't access because I don't know how. I've been to all places, we've looked at this card, we've looked at all of the cards. I mean, there is nothing there. We've been everywhere. The only person that we didn't interview was the one guy sitting outside the puerta. We did this now, and we know that he does us a good deal of good by giving us the sword, but that's as much as he can do. We can't go back to location 4 because it's closed. We can't go back to the puerta because it's closed. But we've also explored all of them. We've also explored this one here, the Bab el Ramla, which we explored the first time round. I mean, I'm just going to do something now that I shouldn't be doing, but anyway, so basically you either get swept away, and if you don't, you lose life points. Here you fight, and then you end up over here, and you get to item 14, which we also already have because that's the palace. So there isn't really anything we can do because we are at the palace, and we had the palace from the very beginning because we were told to go there. So we have location 15 and we have location 16, and that's it. So I have no idea what to do now really, because I'm just stuck. I don't know. We have no items we can use. We have been everywhere. I can't make head nor tail of this. I can't. The first iteration, where we just changed the K to the J, is the best one because at least we get a couple of words. Deaf, hide, die, fig, jig, he died. It gets worse with every change that I make. Unless, of course, this is supposed to be French, but it doesn't look like French either. It's certainly not German. If it's Arabic, then we're lost because I don't speak Arabic. It's not Latin, and it's not Greek. He made an important discovery, but then he also made a mistake. One too many on the 5th number. And then all of the others are wrong as well. One thing changes and they all shift. I have no idea what this is supposed to mean. And this must be the most exciting video ever. I have no idea what to do. This is like the old times when you were playing those really old, that was before the internet, and yes, there was such a time, when you were playing those computer games and you were stuck in one of the adventures and you couldn't go further and you didn't know if it was because there was a program error or because you'd missed something, and it was all awful. There is no numbers in this. There are no... Or should we add them? And we get a really, really high number, which doesn't help us because then we have just one high number and that's not going to help. He made a mistake on the 5th number, one too many. The 5th number. But then why would the others shift? I've got plenty of, well, not that many actually. I've got a couple of none of this spells Belial, none of this, or does it? None of this spells Lilith, none of this spells Kine. It actually specifically does not spell any of these. It doesn't spell Samael, which is one of the demons, or the demon she met. It doesn't spell God or Eden or anything. There was nothing there. And since you lose everything from the previous run and you can't go back to the other chapters, it's not even an item. Item 1. Okay. She's item 12, isn't she? Yeah. Okay. I have no idea what to do. So I'm going to do something that I usually, but you know, I really want to move on, so I'm just going to check out on Board Game Geek if there is a known error in this game. Because I honestly don't know what else to do. Okay, apparently there is a possibility that you get stuck and you can't get out. I'm wondering, am I stuck and can't get out? Let's see. Is there an FAQ somewhere? No. Okay, this is really weird. Okay, it says here, Chapter 3, Location 4. You decide not to sneak into the astrologer's home, which we did. You go to the palace, Location 14, directly after defeating the Black Guards, and you have Michel Dailly with you. This indicates that you do not know anything about the numbers, nor have Yasmina to be able to go to the next location. But what next location does Yasmina offer you in Location 14? She doesn't offer you anything. Oh yeah, we've been to 13, so yeah. Okay, so that's weird. Okay, there is an FAQ by Asmodee for this one. Okay. Blah blah blah. Yeah. Let's see. You take 14. You take 14 if you don't have it already. What's item? Oh yeah, that's the palace. Okay, so we've got that. Okay, interesting. This is the German version, and it's got different numbers, which is not surprising because obviously it's a Kabbalistic thing. So let's just take the German numbers and see what I can figure out. 11, 1, 1, 10, 11, 1, 5, 14, 4, 1, 5, 5, 5, 24, 1, 5, 16, 10, 4, 1, 12. Okay, we have A, we have J, we have 11, which is K, 1 is A, 5 is E, 14 is N, 4 is D, A, E, 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 24 is X. X is a very rare, very rare letter in German. A, E, P, E, J, very rare in German too. E is a, this is a D, this is an A, and this would be an L. It's safe to say that there is something wrong with the X because it's really rare. If we were to go by this and say on the 5th number we have one too many, then this would be a D instead, and then 13 would be an M. This would be a C, very rare though. This would be a Z, also very rare. We would have 4 Ds here, 3 Ds here. And we would have a W here, which is not uncommon. We would have a Z and another D and another O. It's an E, it's an I, it's a C, it's a Z, and it's a K. Oh God, that doesn't help at all. D. That doesn't help. Okay, even the German doesn't really, I mean, okay, if we have one too many, then that would be a D. Okay, so I mean it is to do with, it's a linguistic riddle and I can't solve it. I can't solve it in German and I can't solve it in English either. Because in German you just have, unless it's of course on the 5th, I just honestly do not get this. Okay, now they are saying that there is a misprint on a card, which doesn't really help, but you know, so I'm just gonna. This is really terrible. I don't even know if I'm gonna post this. Okay, let's see. Asylum, Marcy case. Under the Mask, Expedition Endurance, Lumen Fidei. If you have a series of numbers, this is a puzzle that you need to solve. No kidding. Thank you, Space Cowboys. That's really insightful. The number sequence must be combined with the clue text, which says the verses of Ibn al-Jatib will allow you to find the right place. Don't forget about the 5th digit. Yeah, I know. I saw that. Seriously, I read this. There comes a time in each of our lives when choice is given to follow the path goes on, but warriors stay on, exhausted and wounded at times. And don't forget the 5th digit. Yes, well, I'm not forgetting about I'm getting annoyed at this stage. Location 14 has some text written on the wall. Yes, I know. Use the numbers on the poem, taking the 10th letter, then counting another 5. Huh? Why would I take the 10th letter? Why would I take the 10th letter? And then counting another 5, another 4. Okay. The 10th letter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, oh, great. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. S. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. E. Then another 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then another 10, because this one was shifted. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Really? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then an E. And then 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 7. Ugh. It spells something out. Then another 4. Oh my god, this is gonna take ages. Oh my god, you have to go into the expansion box and lift the cover, and there is something underneath it, sorry. Oh, that is, sorry. You succeeded at deciphering the astrologer's code. The time to meet with Saul Calhula and his men is getting close. Take item 15. Oh my god. Seriously, this is... You know, look at the size of this text. You're supposed to count these letters. Sorry. Yeah, that's a little bit of too much of a muchness. Location 15. Also, diagrams in the astrologer's notes draw your attention. Eliminate the sets of identically colored tokens adjacent to each other via an edge or a corner. Guys, with this kind of color printing on sepia, sorry, this is, yeah, I'm annoyed. Okay, so these ones are eliminated. This one's, okay, identically colored. This one is eliminated, this one is eliminated, this one is eliminated, this one isn't. This one is, this one isn't. This one isn't. This one is, this one is, this one isn't. This one is, this one is, this one isn't. This one is, this one is, this one is, this one isn't. This one is, this one is, this one isn't. So yeah, we've got these ones. So disregard the 2 to find the 3. Huh? Eliminate the sets of identically colored tokens adjacent to each other via an edge or a corner. Among those remaining, disregard the 2 to find the 3. Okay, well, yeah, whatever. Let's go to location 15. Good. At the moment, I'm not really very, you know, happy about this game. Let's take a good look. As the darkness is almost complete, you reach the foot of the Sacro Monte. After a long walk behind the Albaizin district, the hill is filled with a shapeless mass of howling worshippers and bats engulfing the place in a terrifying cacophony. In front of you, hundreds of men and women from a compact barrier preventing you from continuing any further. Several black guards leaving behind the throng of entranced believers call out to you. If you can speak Kind's word, then join the chosen ones. If you can't, fear the wrath of the Cainites. This location follows its own rules. Don't use your pawns. Exploring this location does not cost TU. Before revealing card B, choose 3 state tokens amongst the 24 available in the game and place them above cards B, C, and D in the order of your choice. Okay, so we have 1 too many because we should only have 5. Let's see. This one is excluded, this one is excluded, this one is excluded, this one is excluded, this one is not excluded. This one is excluded, this one is not excluded. This one is excluded, this one is excluded. This one is not excluded. This one is excluded, this one is excluded, this one is not excluded. This one is excluded, this one is excluded, this one is excluded, this one is not excluded, this one is excluded, this one is excluded, this one is not excluded, this one is excluded, this one is excluded, this one is excluded, and this one is also excluded. So among those remaining, disregard the 2 to find the 3. But we have 6, because if you say disregard the 2 to find the 3, you would actually have to have 5. So I'm just gonna, well, I don't care. I'm just gonna, honestly, at this stage, I am disgusted with this game. I'm just gonna do it like this, and if this is wrong, I don't care. I'm gonna read all of the location cards at this stage. If you've placed this stay token above, the Blackguard Soldiers allows you to, through the first rows of believers. Yeah, let's just pretend we did this. Aha, this one is right. Reveal card D. No, we didn't. Go immediately to location 16. Sometimes you just have to make an executive decision. And I have to say that I didn't really enjoy this one. I've said this before. It's not really a good one, actually, because I just felt the first chapters were really boring to play. There was just running around, really. Group combat. In this location, on each test, you must also apply the shield effects of the back of the unoccupied cards. Okay. Now that's not good. Okay, so let's go here. Several crucified men and women, bloodied... Okay, sorry, we didn't read this. Is only accessible after 3 to you in this location. As a reminder, place blah blah blah. After a long climb in the darkness, you finally reach the top of the Sacromonte. The shrieks of agony of crucified people barely cover the sound of thunder. A foul odor permeates the air. On the left, several winged creatures circle the crosses. Not far away, the cultists form a procession advancing towards the summit. In the center, a massive silhouette with outstretched arms floats over an altar bearing a strange green stone. On the other side of the hill, emaciated monsters hurl cries of rage while waiting to reach the altar. On the right, a winged creature comes to meet you. If you are with Yasmina, discard her card and take item 23. The Janaya smiles at you. Here is the long-awaited moment. She bursts into flames, rising into the air, her body becoming an incandescent torch. This card still represents an ally. Conflagration. Place 2 tokens on this card. Discard 1 to use this ability without spending TU. During a combat on her space, the Janaya rolls a die. Each success removes 1 pile of shields. That's brilliant. Okay, so let's just get started. Okay, so here we're gonna start rolling. I have to say I don't care about to use anymore. Sorry if you think I'm butchering the game, but I'm actually quite irate. That was really ridiculous. And it's a good thing, you know, because I actually throw out these game boxes, so that's a dangerous thing, actually, for them to play it like this. So here we've got 6 hearts, and also the rest count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 1 heart. And we also have 2 hearts. Oh my god, this is terrible. Let's just see if she can get a... And she does, so this whole pile goes away. And then Johann Krieg is gonna roll, and he gets rid of this one. So we have this one done. He ignores all of this. He still loses 2 health and 1 TU. Let's see what happens here. Oh, nice. You can try to reason with some fanatics. Absolutely, we're going to use this to simply pass a test. So we can do this. And then we're going to go here, because there is no dice rolling, so no reposting. Oh, 10. Okay, we're going to roll a die. That didn't work. We're going to roll a die again. That worked. We're just going to discard this. She takes 1 wound. Doesn't matter. Honestly, at this stage, I don't care. We're going to go here. Nice one. Krieg is going to attack. He basically dies. So yeah, we can do this. And we lose the game. And that's it. So we're going to go here because I honestly don't have time for this. If you decide to join Sal Calhula, take item 8, or if you want to attack Sal Calhula immediately, reveal the card. Yeah, we're going to do this. Oh, it's going to be a terrible, yeah, it's going to be a terrible fight, which we're going to lose. That's it. So we've failed the mission. And I don't have a card for this occasion, but it doesn't really matter. So that's the end, essentially. We didn't pass. I'm not really excited about this. I mean, you heard this in my other videos. I don't think this is a very good game, this particular expansion. Because at the end of the day, there was only one riddle. And that was like, you know, yeah, sorry. I mean, I guess one could have worked it out, and I'm not so unhappy that I didn't work it out. It was just where you kind of sit there and go, oh, really, that's it? You look at this thing, this verse, and then you start counting. Yeah, I guess if I hadn't spent so much time trying to work out the original sentence and trying to make sense of that one, I would probably have had much more patience to write down the other sentence and then, you know, copy over each single digit. But, you know, to say, okay, we're going to hide something in the box. I mean, just imagine if you take this, because I actually put all of the cards in this box. If I'd gone traveling with just this box, or if I'd actually thrown away the Lumen Fidei box, I would not have been able to play this game. And I'll solve it. And I have to say, that's really problematic. I'm not very happy about this mechanic. I think it's potentially dangerous because it will lead to people being really frustrated. And I'm not somebody who's easily frustrated. So I don't know. And in the beginning, it was like, you know, oh, go here, fight there, do this. It was really just running around. There wasn't any interesting investigation. I think to this day, I would say, and I've seen all the other expansions played. I would argue that the best expansion, or the best one that they've ever written, was so far Asylum. I don't think the other ones. I mean, some say that actually the one with the dragons was even better. I don't know. I haven't played it. I've only ever seen it played, and I guess it had some nice gimmicks in there. But yeah, I'm not really happy about this one. It's a good thing they're not that expensive, but like I said, I mean, that was my playthrough of Lumen Fidei. I hope that the Estrella Drive is a lot better. But what I'm going to do before I play Estrella Drive is I'm going to check out if there are any errata out, because I don't want to run into any of this crap again. Okay, talk to you soon. Bye-bye.